Build is on for WrestleMania in Boston, a dumpster match between the New Age Outlaws and Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie for the tag team titles. How big of an accomplishment is this for you to be in this spot? A championship match at WrestleMania.
It's the biggest match of my career still to this day. It's the one I remember the most. It's the like, I don't think we ever got higher than this. And look, we were still in pay-per-views and still in main events and stuff, but this was the kind of stuff that set us apart from everybody else. We went right from doing all that stuff to the Road Warriors, to the titles, and then right to them with hardcore stuff, and right to this. And man, this was a big deal in me and Billy's career. This was a big deal, and we were ready for it. And we fought. This was a fight. This was four men fighting one another. And at the end, you'll see we get hit with chair shots to be put on that pallet and lifted up and put in the dumpster in the back. And I don't know where in the world this comes from, but I literally told Mick, I want you to knock me out with this chair shot. And what a sadomasochist. You know what? The truth of it is, I remembered Animal getting mad. And I remember me thinking, I would want to be hit so hard that I couldn't win. Like, it's you took me out of the equation, so I couldn't possibly. And I remember thinking that right to this night and saying, hit me as hard as you can with that chair and knock me out so that you have to pick my dead body up and put it on there. And he hit me really, really hard. You'll see here in a little bit. But it did knock me out. I wish it had have because it hurt like hell.
Do
A
you have
lot of this hurt like hell, to be quite honest with you.
do you have any idea why Terry Funk came out as Terry Funk in this match at night?
No, no, and when reading the notes, I thought like, "Wait, no, he didn't," but yeah, he did, but he was still in, like, overalls and something, so it was like, it just didn't matter it didn't
Just
matter to
yeah,
him, and it didn't matter to me. You know what I mean?
there's a spot at the end where Terry Funk gets really messed up. He takes a power bomb into the dumpster and really hurts his back. Does this interrupt the match and change the flow of everything for you?
No, no, it happened exactly like it was supposed to. And here it comes right here. He just got power bombed, and he just hit the edge of that thing going in. Um, but but yeah, so the bigger part of the story to me was, oh god. The bigger part of the story to me was that ladder spot that was supposed to that tipped over. I was supposed to be on top of the ladder, and during rehearsals, I walked up there and I said, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." Billy called me every name in the book, and I said, "Billy, you can call me every name in the book all day. I'm not doing that spot." And he goes, "Well, I'll do it." And then it was replayed on everything. Like, that's a great spot.
So as we're watching the match builds to the backstage area where you and Billy end up getting put into different dumpsters and it closes and we have new tag team champions in Cactus and Funk. Are you guys happy with this match?
I couldn't have been beat by two better people. Yeah, happy as a pig in poop. You know what I mean? Like, this was, like I said, this was a big deal for Billy and myself. Win, lose, or draw, to be in that spot and to perform the way we did. Yeah, this is this. They went back and looked at this 10 times. I said, how about I just hit Terry with this cooking pan? I don't want to fall over the top rope. Uh, I hit Terry really hard with that pan too, by the
The
way.
old cookie sheet.
Oh,
Here
there's
you are
another one.
brawling in the back right here.
Yeah, yeah, so we beat everybody up,
When
beat each
in a
other up.
backstage brawl like this, is the goal to make as much of a mess as possible?
Yes, and as much noise as possible, because you can make a great deal of noise in there and not kill each other, but when it came to me and Mick and me and Terry and me and Al Snow and me and Boss Man and me, we kinda when we got back there, we kinda got playful and had a good time with it. We tried not to hurt each other. We also tried to, be unique and definitely snug, because you're fighting like it's a real fight. Oh, that was the one. That was the one.
Oof.
I
Oof.
was feeling for blood because the back of the chair came over and hit me in the back of the head, and so I was feeling for blood there.
No juice
There was
dog.
no Kizuller. No Kizuller, Brizuller.
and then, a little spooning moment on the
And
pallet.
then me and Billy spooned on the
Look
pallet. Look at
at
Billy.
he put a leg over it,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was protecting you
I
from
well, look,
falling
that
off.
wasn't the first time we had spooned, I can tell you that much.
I mean, those are the hotel rooms and the long
Yeah,
travel.
look, it was cold. We needed the money.
It just gets tipped off right there, and
Yeah,
we
there
got
we go. And look, so Terry, this is classic Terry Funk. Like uh they're closing it. He's trying to pin him down, and then he moves the whole dumpster. He almost kills Mick. Then he finally pins us down, and he's just screaming, "I got him! I got him!" and beating up the dumpster. You son of a!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this bout, and
Look at his back right there. You see that strawberry?
he just hanging his elbow. Oh,
Terry Funk, Cactus Jack are the new tag team champions.
amazing moment right
No,
there.
no shame in losing to those gentlemen right there.
So there's always been this thought process that WrestleMania blows off everything and it's time to reset. So did you know what the plans were next at this point?
No, I had no idea. And look, the truth be told, I wasn't interested in knowing what they had for me. I was just interested in doing what they had to the best of my ability. And at this point, I didn't have to worry about it because they were doing for me. They trusted us. They were putting us in these positions. They were letting us look positive on TV, and they were really strapping a rocket to Billy and I. And if it wasn't meant to be to put us with DX, like, and I think it was, like, you could see it in the segments each week. But if they weren't going to do that, they sure missed a hell of an opportunity, because we teased it and teased it, and you saw, and they were pushed, and here we go. Now we're with DX. And yeah, we talked about people, why didn't they announce it sooner? Like, we get it. You guys are there. We're there. So yeah, we're having a good time, man. DX was having a good time at this point.
Looking back at this Mania and now No Way Out in Texas, you're in another pay-per-view main event. It's the Outlaws. Excuse me, this is actually one of your first pay-per-view main
Yep.
events, and it's an 8-man. Outlaws, Triple H, and Savio Vega replacing Shawn Michaels, taking on Steve Austin, Owen Hart, Cactus Jack, and Charlie. So first off, no disrespect to Savio Vega, a great talent and obviously there, but when listing out those names, he kind of doesn't fit into the mix, especially with the stories that were going on. Is this just a name that had to go because he's who's available and the only one who fits at that point, and that's where you're talking about getting creative when things go awry?
Yeah. Well, look, at I also we all love Savio. We all knew Savio was great. We all would, you know what I mean? He was kind of a new character. Okay, that immediately puts him on the on your radar. You know what I mean? Like, oh dang, Savio Vega's this new character is in the main event. And so that sounded cocky too. I didn't mean it to sound like that, but like he was in there.
Yeah,
And
but it's
so
it's them giving him a little push and boost of confidence as well.
100% as a new character. How do you put him in there and do it? We talked last week about Billy's being a new character, Rockabilly, and then me beating him. Like, that's not ideal. So to have him in there propped him up a little bit, because I think everybody believed in Savio. Savio's great. He's great in the ring, man, and what a great dude. So yeah, we all welcomed the opportunity. We didn't have any choice because Sean couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So there we were. So, but yeah, we all thought Savio was a good choice.
So this is one of those interesting moments because you end up taking the fall when Austin hits you with the stunner for the win. Were you surprised that it was you taking the fall, being that you were in this build of a story and getting built, and then it wasn't then Savio who was kind of the replacement to the angle?
Yeah, well, look, here's one rule that's definitely a WWE-ism, but it makes a ton of sense to me. If you have to substitute a guy in there and then beat him, that's no good. You know what I mean? If you beat the substitute, like, oh crap. So we were trying to prop Savio up a little bit. And truth be told, during the day we all took stunners, and I took him the best, so we just went that way.
The
I
build
did
is,
take a good stunner. I want to be honest with you.
I mean, it's got to be fun to
There was
take.
a there was a great T-shirt that was him stunning me. And it may be from that pay-per-view. It could have been from any other TV though, because we all used to, after the TV show was over, we'd all run down and get stunned. But there was a t-shirt for sale. It was him stunning me and my braids flying everywhere. And I made a pretty good chunk of change off that t-shirt. So thank you, Steve.
True.
But also like, look, you never beat the substitute.
Yep.
That's
That makes sense as you say it
yeah.
out loud. And I think
Yeah,
for the
that's
listening,
you don't beat the substitute. And truth be told, the way I looked at it personally, Steve Austin was hot as fire and getting hotter. And anytime you get an opportunity to get in the ring with him and do anything, it's chances are you're going to see it again on the show. You know what I mean? You're going to see some highlights from that. So I always thought it was good business to get in there and work with Steve.
all right. So the